Yeah, I think Chardon was a big game for us, just because it was like East Cleveland versus West Cleveland. I think everybody was writing like Chardon was going to beat us type of thing. That was a big game. Now, like the Schroeder run is not really coming to me, because he's done it so many times. Like he's ripped off 90-yard runs, 80-yard runs, 70-yard runs. There was one time we came in the films the next day and we counted. I think he broke 10 tackles in one play.
Oh my
Like,
God.
um, I mean, I don't know. I mean, he was like a black belt in karate or jiu-jitsu or something, and he just knew how to work angles and everything. So he was a freak. So um, that was the Chardon game was awesome just because I think the Cleveland area was favoring the East teams. And I never felt like the West teams got the love. Maybe that's that chip on my shoulder type of thing. But it was special when we took them down. We beat them pretty bad.
Oh yeah, you destroyed them. I mean, I remember that vividly. And then you get on, go to the states, obviously, and take us through, the Final Four and then the state championship game. And what was it like in the state championship game in general, Trey? What was it like playing in a game of that, elk in Ohio? Because in football in Ohio is everything, and
Yeah.
D2, obviously. I mean, that's big time. So, what was it like playing in that game, and what were your emotions before?
Yeah. So I mean, it was a dream. I mean, this is what we were working towards. There was just a sense of focus in the locker room. It started snowing that day. Um, the funny story, and you can ask my brother or sister this. There was a movie that came out, Go Tigers. It was a documentary about the Massillon Tigers, and I swear I watched that movie, 3, 4, 5 times a week. The reason for it is, it's about Ohio football, but second, that was the state title championship stadium, right? And I just wanted to get used to it. So it's almost like watching film while being entertained. So it was just like an awe moment because we pulled up to Paul Brown Stadium, and I felt like I was in the movies again. So I got really hyped up. It's a special time. I think the Edgewater, they had some special players on their team, a really strong linebacker. So we were hawking film all week long just to make sure we knew how to contain them. And yeah, I mean the weather kept the game close. DeLucas did his thing on the ground, and then the special play that I remember. We fourth quarter, middle of the field, bad weather, and I'm the punter at the time, and the ball gets snapped to me. It hits the ground. It starts rolling everywhere. Like this is like kind of a movie where you're like, oh man, like this is where everything falls apart and everything. But luckily, it took a bounce to the right. I was able to run, grab it, pick it up, and I kicked it. I think I got like a 20-yard, 27-yard kick, but it got those folks far enough out of field position to score against us or kick a field goal or anything like that. So all in all, I mean, it was a special approach to the stadium because you hear about it. I was watching this documentary a bunch. But again, it was just an amazing time to spend with your brothers.
And there were literally thousands of Avon Lakers there. I remember walking into the stands. I'll never forget it. And I went with like 4 or 5 people. I think me and like Ellie Hujarski and Tom Monshine, a bunch of people went to the game together. We walk up and it was just Avon Lake people everywhere. It was amazing. I mean, I swear to God, half the town was there.
Yeah, it's special, man. Like Avon Lake is a special town. Each playoff game when we weren't playing at home and they'd send us off. I mean, the street was lined up with fans, and if there weren't fans, there were signs, posters, confetti, like everything. Sending us off, and even when we got home from the games, there were people in the parking lots, welcoming us home. It's almost like what you see, at the airport when a professional team comes back from their home, and people have their signs and everything. So the people at Avon Lake, that they make the program special. It's just dedicated. I mean, there's folks that their kids have graduated and they go to the games, and they're participants in the boosters, and really support the program because they know how special. Like you're training these young adults, you're training to be competitive, you're teaching folks how to win and do it in a graceful way. Um, yeah, it's a special town, man.